Hi and welcome to another edition of Waterways News on www.waterwaysnews.com, and this one, it's called Rock the Boat. And you know, we've only been going a few issues, and boy, has the boat rocked, or do we hear of boats rocking, as it were. First, there was this business about the shipyard workers that we've just recently covered. Then there's all the piracy. There's plenty more strife. In Nigeria, the government, in reprisals to the militant group MEND, who have effectively called for an online blockade of the Nigerian Delta and have had a lot of activity in the waterways in the last few years, finally kidnapping 20 people. They bombed a village with a lot of innocents killed. But what else is there? There's the economic immigrants, the people smugglers, boat sinks off of Haiti and everywhere else. There's one of those or two of those in a week. And the captain of that particular boat arrested, the last sinking off the coast of Florida. Then there's the wars, boundary disputes, water wars as they're called, between countries who want rights on the rivers that run through more than one place, and so much more, pollution, and it goes on. But, you know, there's a lot to the waterways. There's a lighter side to the waterways as well. And I nearly made a pretty dramatic sort of sensationalist cover out of these amazing looking activists in the Niger Delta. Boy, they look fierce, and if I wanted to sensationalize, I could have thrown one of those covers, but I decided no, that's not the right direction. There's been too much strife of late. We've had all sorts of covers giving out pollution and so on, so a bit of a light one. And what this is about is the emerging, it's been going on for years, but there's so much more of it, cruises with even famous names of people. The Elvis cruise, the Beatle cruise, Leonard Skinner did one. It's all inside the issue. Have a look. There's a song or two for you as well. And I think it's a little bit of a lighter mood as we approach the bank holiday weekend. I've also tidied up all of the links to the past issues, bar maybe one or two issues. So now when you do the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and all of this, you're really navigating around the site. The site gets cleaner and cleaner. The design aspect of it is still taking a little bit more of our time than we'd like to, and it's keeping us slightly away from our quest to be a true daily. But you know, today's issue came together in the fastest time, despite those design changes, and it looks as if our wish to be a regular daily is not that far at all. And it's because of these reasons that I've kept a low profile on this. I can put hyperlinks in and be top kind of in the search engine and stuff. It's easy for us. We're known to trade communications. When we're ready, boys and girls, we'll do that. It won't be long. Nonetheless, such is the beast, the internet, a beautiful domain and dimension it is as well, that we've started to get some feedback. One notable, there was one from Ripshit, I can't, and on swine flu, very entertaining, but I can't do it on this issue or any other issue. But thank you very much, keep tabs on us. And the other one from a very venerable, I hope I say the name right, let me get this right, it's Hidariban 111 from Japan. He or she, I've got a feeling it's a he. Firstly, hello Hidariban. Thank you, and I've reciprocated. I'm subscribing to you too now, and not only that, but I've put a link directly to your site on this particular issue of ours. Nice to have you aboard. Similar sort of reasons, and I think what got Hidariban was my stance on the shipbreaking industry, because he's got a couple of articles or a couple of videos talking about YouTube, about Bangladesh. You'd be well advised to see them. And another comment comes from a very dear friend, a very dear, very famous friend, him of celebrity chef status. Ashbel McKelvin is the name. Just Google Ashbel, you know who I'm on about. He said the site is amazing. That was nice of you, Ashbel. And he says the only thing I'd say is get the other side on the pirates story. Get a little bit of the aspect of the dark man in. You know, yeah, fair point. It is the world of waterways after all, and I've always maintained that you know, if you look at the general news and aspects surrounding the waterways, it's pretty much kind of Western Central. That's just ridiculous because it constitutes about 2% of the world's waterways. We will, at Waterways News, completely change that. We've got 4 or 5 aces up our sleeve, which will make sure that that happens. However, in the short time that we have been, Ashbel, there have been plenty of prominent people in the news. Not least, I almost made a cover of this, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make a cover of it very soon. Not least is Rear Admiral Gravely, who's had a first black Rear Admiral in the US Navy. He's had a whole ship named after him, a destroyer. And also there's Andrew Manguero, to name a few people. All of these prominent people I will feature. And of course, not to forget, there is you know, the President of the United States, Barack Obama, who's got a little bit of an affinity with the greener issues. Back to the cruises, though, there's a few planned. There's one that's the Elvis cruise. I think it's the 3rd one. There's this one, the 36th annual biggest gospel event. There's a jazz fest. There's Beatles one. These are the people who made the Beatles movie, I think, and there are hippie nights and all sorts from the Abbey Road days. And apart from all of that, there's plenty more inside. Some of the headlines that come to the top of my head: ships getting stowed off Philippines. What else? There's also Prince Charles. He got sued, but the man lost for breeding oysters. That was. A mum with a 2-year-old baby tried to swim it to safety when her boat ran out of fuel off the Florida Keys. Amazing, that one. They landed safely. The captain of the boat where 12 people drowned off Florida, the Haitian island, he's been arrested and charged. A young Somali has been indicted in the United States, and it goes on and on. There's so many of them. All in Waterways News on waterwaysnews.com, Waterways News on YouTube and Waterways News TV, and also on Twitter. This is Pushing Back the Frontiers of Trade Communications, Jeet Bahal. And from me, from Captain Thoughtful, remember, if you do it with integrity, God will smile upon you. Until then, bye-bye.